Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good people. What I would like to talk today are about cell phones and their roles in our lives. I would like to ask everyone to, to turn their phones off, not just on a silent mode, but completely off for the duration of my speech. It won't take more than 10 minutes. Kindly, so please kindly do me a favor. It will mean a lot to me to have all of your attention. Thank you, everyone. Ever since the first handheld mobile phone was presented by Motorola in 1973, this handy gadget has firmly set itself in the hands of almost every American teenager, adult, and recently even children. It seems that in the race for the latest model of the iPhone or BlackBerry, we have forgotten that telephones were initially intended as a convenience, not a necessity. However, it seems there are it isn't a single activity people can do without this technology nowadays. You need your Android program to calculate your colors while jogging. You cannot live without the latest tune uploaded to your iPhone, and you got used to taking pictures everywhere you go with your many megapixel phone camera. How often? How often do we actually use phones for talking these days? And we are not talking about the latest application you have purchased to upgrade your favorite time killer, but rather using your phone for the purpose it had been initially intended for, that is for mobile conversation, assuming you cannot talk to the person on the other end of the signal face to face. On the recent studies held by the Swiss Institute of Public Health has revealed the appearance of new type of disease called nomophobia or nomobile phobia. Disturbing sign of nomophobia include a pathological fear of finding oneself without a working cell phones at hand, which causes sleeping disorders. Fear of losing your cell phone or forgetting it somewhere. Apparently, there are thousands of people already diagnosed with the disorder, and presumably millions more who are also suffering from it without realizing the fact. Scientists estimate that two-thirds of of the world population is in fact prone to this psychological disorder. As a result, people make their lives dependent on a device without realizing that it is an appliance that had been initially invented to make their lives simpler, not a complicated. As neurologists have commented, cell phone addiction is forcing people to become dependent on their precious new gadget and this distract. This is the victim of cell phone from living their life in working order. Instead of going out and meeting people we want to talk to, we send text messages, install Skype and social not network application on our brand new phones, and basically build our lives around this technology. If one day phones should instantly go off, there would not be panic and chaos all over the world, except for those remote places where this technological advance has not yet gained much popularity. Nevertheless, Nevertheless, while there are fewer and fewer such places in the world, people are getting more and more depending on their cell phones. Approximately 40% of cell phones users have two or more cell phone in use. The situation is worsening every year while electronic giants like Apple, Nokia, and others launching new brilliant marketing campaign trying to persuade us to purchase their latest mobile model phone that can become your life partner in any occupation and situation, except that at some point you might find yourself controlled by the device and desperately scared to take a step without it. What should be done now? I suggest you reducing the time we spend with our favorite cell phones, at least by a half for a starter. Every time you think about downloading a new application, ask yourself whether it is a necessity or you can do easily without it. Ask yourself whether when you want the latest iPhone model, ask yourself what you need it for. If you don't know the answer, it means that you don't really need it. Please respect your respect your respect your respect yourself and value your time. When you think of how many hours per day you spend with your phone and what you could have done instead in a real world, with this time each tears will seem like a melody, but they are just a device, a convention we need to control our of our use of. In order not to let this appliance control us, or our schedules, our leisure, and our hobbies, and our entire lives. I hope my speech gave you all food for thought, and planted a seed of suspicion about whether our cell phones are truly that important and indispensable to us. Thanks for your attention. Uh, Thanks for your time have dedicated to my speech with your cell phones off. I know it was tough for some of you, and I appreciate it. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.